Hey everybody, this is Eric again from Fast Action Fly Fishing. Sorry it's been so long, but I'm back. Right now we are at the Neshaminy Creek in Playwicki Park, Langhorne, Pennsylvania, Bucks County. And I'm just going to be fishing with my 3-weight Fenwick rod for some panfish and anything else. But more than likely we're going to run into quite a bit of redbreast sunfish and green sunfish, bluegill, etc. So I was here last week fishing and did pretty well, so decided to come back and film it. Hopefully the fish cooperate this week like they did last week, and we catch a lot of fish for you. So I'm all rigged up, ready to go. It's Saturday, July 23rd. And yeah, we should have a good day. It's close to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so again, not best time of day to be fishing, but you know, we should still have some luck. These panfish don't tend to be very picky about the time of day in which they want to eat, so we'll see what happens. Like I said, Fenwick rod. It's the Fenwick AETOS, AETOS, and I have it on a weight forward floating line, and you know, should do pretty well. Having quite a bit of rain lately, so it hasn't been always ideal to go fishing. With the conditions, you know, not favorable. Neshaminy Creek gets pretty flashy, so any amount of rain, you just really can't even go into the creek. So haven't been fishing a whole heck of a lot this year, and if I have been fishing, I've been fishing with my kids, so it's just not a good way to spend my time to videotape when I should be spending, you know, time with my kids, helping them fish. So we'll see what we can do today. Did ask them to go fishing, but weren't that interested today to go, so I decided it was a good day to get out. Low humidity, should get up to 85, 90 degrees today. But with the reduced humidity, it won't be that bad. Water temp, I'm going to guess, is 70, 75 degrees right now. There's quite a bit of vegetation over here. And I'm not casting too far from where I'm walking, you know, maybe 20 feet or so. I was having a lot of luck down by this tree, but I wanted to try a little up further. Kind of see if I catch anything up here. Something's following right now. There we go. Nice little tiny fish. Yeah, this is a 3-weight rod, but this fish is no match for a 3-weight rod. I'll whip my hand, see kind of what we got here. Again, I don't know if I'm too close or not, but you can see the fly I'm using is not very big, but this tiny fish is extremely small. Looks like a bluegill to me, but There's a lot of hybrids in this creek, so I'll just call it a bluegill for now, but if I can go back and look and see if it's anything different, I'll change that guess. But first fish of the day, very tiny. I'd say no longer than 3 inches, maybe an ounce or so in weight. It's definitely really good bait fish for larger species. So when I was younger, I used to fly fish and catch all the small fish for my friends, so they could turn around and use it as bait for catching largemouth bass in the Neshaminy Creek. So, or smallmouth, but mainly largemouth was the target. Oh, there's something. Oh, that's a little nicer. It might be a bass. Let's just see. Again, not having to use my reel. It's a 3-weight rod, but these can handle quite a bit of sizable fish. So just reel them in here. Come on. There we go. Look at that. Oh, I'm gonna wet my hand. Top of the mouth. Oh, actually, a little outside of the mouth. It's all right. Look at that. That is a. Ooh, he must have gotten clipped by something. That is a nice little smallmouth. Look at that guy. Neshaminy Creek smallmouth. Yeah, this is definitely on the smaller side, and he definitely has some battle scars. Not sure what that's from, but put him back, let him hopefully grow up and get bigger, but nice little smallmouth. So that tends to be the average size of most of the population of smallmouth, at least in this section. They do get bigger, but the majority of the size is that size. Oop. Almost had something else, so chasing it. Let's see what we can get. So I have my polarized lenses on, and it's nice because you can see those fish darting towards the fly. Again, I'm only casting, I don't know, 20 feet away from me, letting the fly kind of drift with the current, but still kind of pulling it across. There's a fish. Again, 3-weight rod. I mean, they feel bigger on a 3-weight, but you know, you can't really horse them in, but pretty close to just horsing them in. So basically just lifting the rod over my head, putting it behind me, bending down and grabbing the leader, tippet, whatever. Alright. Nice little redbreast sunfish. I don't know if you can see that, but very pretty. Cool. So 3 species so far. Knew this was going to be a decent day. Because of all the success I had last week. Now that, I didn't even see the fish take it. but I saw my line kind of dive down into the water. So just lifted my rod, set the hook, and the fish did the rest. Nice little redbreast sunfish. There's my hand. I'd guess 4 to 5 inches, a couple of ounces. Pretty standard. They get much bigger than that, but I'll take it. Getting in around this tree. But I'm still just casting into the current. Letting the fly kind of swing down and then tug it. There we go, look at that. I mean, almost every cast. I don't have anything lighter than a 3-weight rod, so this is about as light as I go. Still really fun, but I'm sure if I got into the 1 weights, half weights, or I believe they even make a 0-weight rod, so these things would probably feel massive at that point, but I really don't have a great need to go. A little bit bigger of a fish, 6-7 inches, probably 1/4 of a pound, 4 ounces, 5 ounces. Decent fighting fish. Again, just casting into the current, letting it swing down naturally. The fish see it, they take it. And another one. Oh, this one gave up. This one was like, nope, I don't need to fight you. Jeez. Looks like a bluegill, but take another look at him real quick. See if I can tell. I mean, he's got a big mouth. I don't know if that's a bluegill or it kind of looks like a redbreast sunfish. Whoops. He's good. Again, like I said, these fish in here, tough to ID. A lot of hybrids. I mean, you'll get green sunfish, redbreast sunfish, bluegill, redbreast sunfish, all these hybrids. Not sure why. If that's just because, high population of those species in here and just happens, or there are some golf courses along the Neshaminy Creek, so like I said, any little rain, there's flooding, and if they flood into those golf courses that have those private ponds that are stocked with hybrids, it's just what ends up being in the population after that. I just saw something hit the top of the water over there. Not sure if that was a fish or not, but let's see if I can catch whatever that was. Oh, lots of fish over there. I just saw a whole bunch of them just kind of heading that direction. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of them over there. Oh, there's one. Get this little one in, keep them away from the others, but there is a whole school of about, I'm going to say 15, 20 fish hiding in that deep area by the tree. Little baby fish. Let's see if I can get myself untangled here. Well, boy, there is a lot of fish over there. I'm going to say I'm going to catch like 10 fish over here, at least. Pulled the fly out of the range of those fish. Oh, that's perfect. There's one. they're just, I mean, held up over there. Probably because they feel safe closer to that tree. This is a nice bluegill. So, got him on the outside of the mouth, but it's a nice little bluegill. There he goes. I'm wondering if all those fish over there are bluegill. I guess we'll find out, because I'm going to attempt to catch almost every one of them. And I'm just going to try to throw it right over top, drop it down. Ooh. Wow, I saw them flash right on top of that fly. That's alright. As long as I don't get myself stuck in that tree branch, I'll be alright. I think they're just keyed in on anything falling into the water over there. Like off the tree, basically. It wasn't a great cast, but it's in the vicinity of where they're all hanging out. There's one. Oop. Wow. I'm worried about hitting that tree branch. There's, oh, jeez. So many of them just sitting over there. There's one. Yep. I'm just going to catch probably 20 fish right here. They're all stacked up, all different sizes. I'm assuming they're all going to be panfish, but we'll see. I mean, this is a different species than the last one. This is a redbreast sunfish. But they are all in that same area. That's pretty common as well. You get into some of these holes over here. And you can just catch, almost the whole population in that area. Wow. Some are actually, looks like chasing other fish away from the fly. You see that a lot too, where these fish are almost warning the other fish. Wow. Here we go. It's tough for me to see. So I'm trying to rely on fish pulling that fly, but oh, that's a good cast. There's one. They're actually taking it a little gingerly. I'm surprised. I would have thought they'd be hammering the fly, but they are taking it a little gingerly. Come on, there we go. This is a little better size. Come on, buddy. There you go, look at that guy. Redbreast sunfish, beautiful. Myself untangled. I mean, I don't think it's coming up on camera at all, but there are, a couple dozen shadows of fish over there. There's another one. I'm just going to sit here for a while, so hope you don't get bored watching me catch all these fish, but if they're going to be sitting there, I'm just going to keep casting in there. Again, nicer size fish. Definitely bigger. Nice redbreast sunfish again. I guess what's nice about having a 3-weight rod, again, the weights kind of determine the size of the fly you can cast. Usually the smaller the fly, you're going to want a smaller weight, just because all the lines that go with that weight rod are, all downsized. So if you have a downsized fly, a smaller fly, you're going to need a smaller weight rod just to carry the line that's carrying the fly, so nothing's kind of, just wrong. I could see that take. Wow. Wow, they are definitely finicky. It's weird. I can see them almost take it, and then they just kind of stand still. Like they take it, and then they spit it out. Just roll cast it back over there. There's one. And they're all just hanging out under this tree. Water's pretty deep over there, so I'm guessing that tree's been sitting there a while. With every storm, since that tree's been sitting there, it's just been scouring. This is a bluegill. Come on, buddy. Look at that bluegill. These are all the same size, pretty much. I mean, a little bit of a difference, but nothing too massive. And what's nice is, let's say, you know, these fish are still here, but they're not taking my fly anymore. I could just go change my fly and present something different, and then they'll be eating that fly, possibly even the same fish that I'd previously caught. So and again, since fish tend to congregate in the same areas, I keep hitting this spot because I'm hoping I just get something bigger. But you know, hopefully another smallmouth is kind of hanging out. Oof. Wow, definitely interesting. I can see them take the, there it goes. They're definitely taking the fly, and looks like they're almost spitting it back out, or half-heartedly just nipping at it. Actually looks like, again, I got this guy on the outside of the mouth. It shows you they're just kind of swiping at it, almost like they're protecting like a bed. But I don't see any beds. But it's very kind of a similar tactic. They just kind of swipe at whatever's kind of in their area. They really don't seem like want to eat it. They're just kind of nipping at it just to get it out of their area, or they just don't want to fully commit to. There's just a load of fish over here. I mean, it's just unbelievable, the amount of fish. I mean, if I walked over there, they would just scatter. So many fish there are. Yeah, they're very leery. Like, that fly hits, and a lot of them just almost run away from it. Probably because I've been pulling them out of here, so they're not fooled anymore. If I gave it a couple minutes. Oh, one came out that wasn't in the main pack. Got this one. That one spiked me a little bit. Oh, come on, man. There we go. Again, looks like a redbreast sunfish, or some sort of hybrid of a redbreast sunfish. Yeah, like I said, I'm at Playwicki Park, Langhorne, Pennsylvania, Bucks County, fishing in the Neshaminy Creek. Fished this creek pretty much all my life, over 30 years. Pretty much exclusively fly fish too. just something I've always done. My family's one of, I guess, the only families in southeastern Pennsylvania that fly fishes. I usually don't come across too many other fly fishermen. I mean, every now and then, but that's once in a blue moon. There's one. Again, this is just not even fair. So I believe, again, 3-weight, weight forward, fly line. I can't remember the manufacturer. It could be Scientific Anglers or Rio, something like that. You know, nothing high end. And this could be I'm going to guess either a 6X leader setup, tapered leader. I don't tie my own leaders. I don't fish often enough where I want to get into tying my own leaders or anything like that. I think it's a 6X, could be a 5X, I'm not sure. Again, I don't really care. It's sized appropriately for what I need. And then I actually do have like a little snap on the end, so one of these, you know, some people call them helper snaps, but basically you tie your tippet material, or the leader if you don't want to tie any extra tippet to it, to this snap, and if you want to change flies, you just can unhook them real fast and then put another one on real fast and not have to cut any tippet material or leader material. And what I like about it is the fly kind of can move a little bit more. It's not directly hooked to the fly line. It's a little more movement. Also gives the fly, especially these lighter flies or smaller flies, you know, if they don't have any, you know, hardly any weight to them, and I want to give them a little more weight, that helps get them down. A little bit of metal. And what's nice is you can leave them tied onto your leader as long as you want. I mean, no sense in clipping them off when you're done for the day, unless you're really particular about how you store your fly leaders and you want to have them completely devoid of anything attached to them, but I don't see why you would any good reason to take them off. Again, I'll reel the line when I'm done for the day. Reel it with that little swivel right through the guides, which is not a great practice, but I do it slow. Make sure nice little bluegill. Make sure I don't, you know, clip onto the guide and break it. So you do want to be careful. Take your time if you're going to do that. But yeah, you can see in, gosh, it's probably been less than 10 minutes. Just pulling fish after fish after fish out of this little hole. You know, nothing special. Some people would say, you know, just drifting it, dead sticking it. You know, there's a whole lot of terms. It's basically you're letting the creek flow do the work for you. Look at that. So I got a fish on, and then there's another fish chasing it. You probably couldn't see that, but that was funny. Oh, God. That hooked him pretty good. Lost a little bit of the inside of his cheek, but it'll repair. He'll be good as new. Again, trying to catch something bigger, but everything seems to be of a similar size in this little hole over here. Just give it a couple more throws, and maybe I'll come back with something different looking fly, because most of them are pretty much on to me at this point. Yeah, but like I said, I've been fishing this creek and pretty much this stretch of the creek in Langhorne for close to 30 years. Again, I don't have any fly equipment that's, uber expensive. I mean, just recently I've been buying any fly equipment that's been even close to $100, so you don't have to spend a ton of money. I mean, this type of fishing you can do very cheaply or affordably. See what happens if I cast it a little further back. Just trying not to get myself snagged on anything. I think I might make a move. These are all the same fish.